All right, Alyssa and I decided to come out here on a nice date and ditch the kids. They're staying back with Uncle Joe and Aunt Bonnie. And we just thought, what is more romantic than taking old ash from the wood stove and sprinkling it around on the snow. And that's what we do for fun out here. And it's a hoot. So you should try it if you have any soot. Just take your woman out and just start sprinkling.
It's a great stay-at-home date.
It is. It's one of those date night in a box.
Yeah, and it's
cheap. But it's like right here, look. Date night in a bucket.
A rusty bucket.
Rusty bucket. So for reals, what we're doing is what you guys have seen us do here many times before. There is our water line right here is actually exposed, sticking out of the snow. If you guys remember, you probably don't remember, I'll link to the video when Joe and I wrapped up this hose. I believe this huge coil, we stood up vertically and it was taller than me. It's about 6 foot tall. So we're on about 6 feet of snow right here. So like always, if we can sprinkle ash around, it speeds up the melting process. And our hope is to have our spring line up and running before May this year. I think it might be one of the first years we've ever got it up before May, so fingers crossed. I can see it up there about 150 yards. There's another stick sticking out of the snow. We're gonna zoom up there. We wrapped up a ton of water line in a big coil and laid it down flat. So this sprinkling of ash has got to be a big area to just melt all around that. And then we'll head up to the headwaters of the spring and do it again. All right, I have shared my wisdom with Alyssa and turned her into an ash spreading genius.
I think I might even be better at this than you.
It looks like you might have surpassed your teacher with that skill. Good job, babe. I love that you're up for anything and, you know, I don't know, you're just great.
Well, it wouldn't be a date if you were the only one doing something.
That's true. If we didn't come up here and sprinkle ash, we wouldn't hook up our spring line and get water flowing to the lodge until probably the last week of May. Joe and I have been wondering what to do with the cache for a couple years. Those legs are getting more and more rotten every year, and at this point it's more of a liability and a safety hazard leaving it up. So we were at it the other day trying to figure out a way to safely and gently bring it down onto a freight sled, but we scrapped that idea because it just was not going to work. So today we're just going to try and yank it down into the snow, let it plop down into the snow, and then we'll deal with it once it's down there. So we'll see how it goes. Now we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. All we know is we don't have to deal with those rotten legs anymore. get a view of you.
Hi. Hi. Oh, because I'm wearing a tank top.
Because it shows
And
people
there's,
how
like,
warm it is
4
today.
feet of snow. Yeah.
He doesn't have his snowsuit on. He has his rain suit.
He's a blueberry.
Joe's in his t-shirt. It was a warm day. Joe and I had to take a break from getting firewood to come up here by the spring line again. Right behind his head over there is where the headwaters are. And the problem is, after Alyssa and I spread all the ash the other day, we got another 3 inches of snow. And most of our ash is covered with a fresh blanket of snow. So Joe and I had to come up here again and try and expose it. It's a somewhat fluffy layer, so we're just skimming it off with a broom and a shovel. But we got to get a little head start on this, and it is not going to work unless we can get back down to that dark ash laying on top. It's always something. It's never nothing. It's a nice day to go out and do some chores. All right, so we told you guys that we wanted to move the cache and get it off of its rotten legs, but some of you might be wondering why we're trying to salvage it. It's just a little bit of a sentimental piece. It's an iconic a piece of the lodge. A lot of people have photographs of it when they visit the lodge. It's on our website. It's on our business card. Mike built it many, many years ago, and we just thought we'd try to save it. We may have to disassemble and then reassemble in a new location because it is way heavier than we thought. The reason we were trying to avoid that in the first place is that rubberized goo that goes between the logs is called chinking, and a new bucket of chink costs over $250. So we're trying to avoid that, but it may come to that this summer. But anyways, I just want to wrap up the video and let you guys know why we're trying to salvage it, why we're trying to keep it, but yet move it. Those rotten logs were sketchier than I thought, actually. So it's good to get it off of there and tell the kids not to play around that area for a while. So thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and like this video, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week.
Bramante Brothers.